I'd love for you, if you don't mind, to give the soliloquy as best you can in whatever time we have here that you gave to your Kyle Brandt's basement audience on the Packers and the world that they're waiting for, many of them, to get Rodgers out of there and start Jordan Love's era in Green Bay, if you don't mind, sir.
You sweet, sweet people. You people of Eau Claire, Oshkosh, Sheboygan, Baraboo. We can keep going and going. You have no idea what it's like out there. You are trust fund fans. You've never had to worry. You've never had anybody else but a first ballot quarterback for your lives. And those of you who are old enough to have it, you don't remember it. Rich, we're not talking about young people in high school who don't remember. We're talking about people who are in their 30s, who have children and families who just think that's just what you do. You don't have to worry about money. You don't have to worry about quarterbacks. It's always going to be this killer. Believe me, as someone who grew up in Chicagoland and they've been looking for a quarterback for over 100 years, it's rough out there. There are soup kitchens. You're standing around a barrel fire with fingerless gloves hoping that some quarterback will come play for you who's even decent. And I think there is a hubris of Packers fans who just say, get him out of here. We're sick of him. Rodgers is too weird. He drinks strange tea. You know what he drinks? Rodgers drinks the tears of Bears fans every single year, normally twice a year. He believes in aliens. He is an alien. How dare you celebrate that man's departure? I'm telling you, watch what happens when you're 0-2, 0-3, and Rodgers in New York just cooking, and you're like, wow, Jordan Love isn't the next Hall of Famer. Just be very careful throwing Mardi Gras, because the best player you've ever had, not a debate, the best player you've ever had is leaving, and you guys are going to be trading him.
Yeah, and it is, one would think, time for Green Bay to no longer have a generationally brilliant quarterback at the center of their franchise after having Favre to Rodgers. I mean, it just doesn't happen. I mean, Peyton to Andrew Luck is the only thing that you could say is close to it, and we all know that Luck made his decision a few years ago that the Colts are still spinning their wheels on right now. But the only pushback I will give is that Rodgers himself has done a couple of things that has maybe alienated part of the fan base or made them feel that enough's enough on their own hand, and that they would be happy to continue with him if it wasn't for a handful of things that did happen, whether it is off the field or on the field. What do you say to that, Kyle?
I hear you, and I think it's a really, really ugly divorce that we're witnessing play out, and we saw it on Pat's show last week. There was nothing joyous. There was nothing fun. It was ugly. Listen, I grew up a child of divorce. There's this haggling about money. That apparently Rodgers got full custody of Alan Lazard and is fighting for other children. The word love is thrown around. It's ugly. And at the end of it, everybody leaves unhappy. I would just say, look, of course he's a lot. Of course it's a headache. If you think a guy going back and forth on retirement or doing eccentric interviews is a headache, try having 3rd and 12 and going incomplete every single time and then punting and punting and punting. It's what most of the world does, and it's what you guys have not done since the early 90s. Just be careful.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.